Finally, Ash has come back! Okay, nah, let's shut that shit down right now and not make a complete twat of myself. Okay, time for a quick review of WWE 2K18. And some people laugh at the way I say WWE. What the hell's wrong with the way I say WWE? WWE. How else am I going to say it? WWE. Anyway, so yeah, another WWE game. So many of these now. I mean, Christ, they've been coming out since what, 1989? Right, long time, lot of games, and trust me when I say I've played every damn one. In fact, you name any wrestling game, I've most likely played it. WWF, WWE, ECW, WCW, Fire Pro, all the Japanese games. Honestly, I played them all. I know me wrestling games. Now, I must say I don't watch WWE or wrestling, I guess, for that matter these days. I was a big fan during the Attitude Era, but it just doesn't really do it for me these days. I mean, I do, you know, I see what's trending on Twitter and stuff, and I watch Botchamania and I see some odd highlights. I read up every now and then, you know, to see the legends come back or something, but I understand a wrestling fan these days, but I have continued playing the games long after I stopped watching wrestling for some reason. But for a long time now, I've been waiting for a wrestling game to come along and top what to me is the greatest wrestling game of all time, WWF No Mercy on the N64. Is WWE 2K18 that game? Ha! Is it bollocks? No surprise there, though, is it? I mean, the WWE games to me have been pretty stale for a long time now, and they just don't seem to be moving forward, do they? And 2K18 is no exception. It's another pretty mediocre entry in the series. It's just minimal changes every year now. Ukes never seem to focus on the important things that need sorting out. These long-time problems still remain, a lot of bugs, and when they do add things, it always comes at the cost of things being taken away. In fact, they take away more things than they add in this series. It's 2 steps forward and, Christ, fucking 10 steps back. So before I slag off this game some more and piss off the fanboys, let me tell you some of the positive things about the game, the few positive things I can come up with. So customization. The customization is fantastic. I think it has been for a while. It really is good. You can customize all sorts of stuff. You know, customization is probably better than ever. It really is good. Very, very good creation suite right there. It is great. There's new lighting effects as well, which are pretty cool. You can argue it's the best looking wrestling game to date. Most of the character models look absolutely spot on. They look really, really good. I mean, not all of them. Some don't look too great. I mean, like Paige, for example, doesn't look too accurate, but I guess she was busy making sex tapes or whatever when they did the face scans or something. And entrances as well look absolutely spot on. We've definitely come a long way in that department. I mean, here's Stone Cold from this game, ready to open a can of whoop-ass and stop some models. Well, here's Stone Cold from WF Attitude 1999. Looking like a pissed up nutter. There's a lot of new animations as well, look really cool. There are some really nice touches that I like the way wrestlers sell and stuff like that. It is pretty cool that way. But I'd say probably the best thing is the massive roster. It's huge. There is so many wrestlers, guys from Raw and SmackDown and NXT. I mean, I'll be honest, I don't know who half these fuckers are, but yeah, it's absolutely massive. But I do recognise some of the guys from the independents, like Chris Hero and Roderick Strong. Awesome to see those guys in there. End of Heartache. But that's about it. Really? Not good enough, is it? So once again, no new match types. Where's the Inferno match? Where's the Buried Alive match? Where's the Casket match? A Last Ride match? Stretcher match? Ambulance match? Where is the goddamn Kennel from Hell match?
I believe one of the dogs has just relieved himself on the way inside. Yes, indeed. One of the dogs scenting.
And when the hell are we gonna finally get the pink slip on a pole match? So, you know, you got WWE Universe in there again. I mean, same old, really. I think it's time to bring back the GM mode, guys. I really do. And you got your career mode too. It's the classic create a wrestler and make way from rookie to legend. But good God, it's fucking horrible. It's ball-achingly dull. The writing is garbage. Vince Russo garbage. Cornette face. Oh, honestly, it's so tedious. It takes forever to unlock stuff. Everything's locked. You've got to unlock all your moves, your attributes, your friggin' attire, everything. And a lot of it's locked in friggin' loot boxes. I mean, thankfully no microtransactions this time, but I guarantee they'll put those fuckers in 2K19, you just watch. But seriously, video game industry, Fuck off with your fucking goddamn loot boxes, you cunts! But yeah, career mode sucks. There's no voice acting, just boring text, and they've added this free roam, but it just makes it even more tedious having to go everywhere. I mean, you've got to, after every friggin' event, you've got to go to your freaking car. Why? Let's just crack on. Honestly, it's awful. I wish they wouldn't have done it. Honestly, you'd have more fun watching every Eva Marie match back to back than playing through this boring shit. And oh god, the loading screens. Oh god, the fucking loading screens. I can't remember the last time I played a game where I've seen such frequent and lengthy loading screens. I mean, that's mostly what this game is. Loading screen after goddamn loading screen. It's incredible. What the fuck, Ukes? Okay, so yes, there's 8-man matches now. But guys, this isn't a new thing. 2001, SmackDown Just Bring It. That had 8 guys in a ring. Royal Rumble on the Sega Dreamcast. 9 wrestlers in the ring. That was 17 years ago, goddammit. So why the fuck did we get stuck on 6 for so long? And why is it taken till 2017 to get 8 wrestlers again? And yes, there's also a carry system now, so you can pick up guys in 4 different positions, such as a powerbomb, and toss them out the ring or through a cell. But again, this is not a new feature. It was called Ultimate Control back in SmackDown vs. Raw 2007, and I preferred that because, well, I had more control, and it included the chokeslam. I mean, these things shouldn't have even been removed in the first place, and don't bring them back and act like it's a new feature. Watch them drop it in the next game. I tried the online too. I'll be honest, I've never really liked online WWE games. It's just always been really laggy and horrible and full of really shitty players who just spam the same moves. I've never enjoyed it. But I don't know if it's just Steam, but I really struggled to find matches in this game. Like, I really did struggle. When I did finally find matches, it was a pretty laggy mess. Yeah, pretty shit as usual. I'm not really a fan of the controls either. I mean, they overcomplicate them a bit. I mean, they're not crazy complicated, but they're still not exactly great. They need to go back to the controls from WrestleMania 2000 and No Mercy and Day of Reckoning. Those controls were perfect. They were so simple and straightforward. They were the best controls. They really need to go back to that scheme. There's a bunch of bugs as well as usual. They're always buggy. You've got your clipping issues as usual, and the physics are still a goddamn mess. Expect all sorts of weird shit to happen. Also, why the hell can we still not climb on the announce table and do any move we want through it? Why can't I just chokeslam a guy through it? Why is it just limited still to the oh my god moves and finishes? Remember in Here Comes the Pain when you could put a goddamn ladder on the announce table and jump off it? Remember we could do things like swanton bombs off the barricade? All these awesome stuff we could do back in the old games that we just can't do now. They removed so much stuff and had so many restrictions, and it pisses me off. And can I just mention the hair? Good God almighty, that hair. Why is the hair still so fucking awful? It hasn't changed since the PS2 days. It's more awful than a Roman Reigns promo.
A sniveling little suck-up sellout full of suffering succotash, son.
Look, I could keep going and slag off the game some more, talk about the shitty generic menu, the clunky gameplay, and the shit music. Like, seriously, what happened to WWE games having good music? Rise Against Breaking Benjamin? I look a fucking Bruno Mars? What the hell? But look, you get the point, right? As I said, it's just another mediocre entry in the series. You know, there's so many things missing that we could do back in the old days. There's so many problems, little to no changes. This series just needs a complete overhaul. It needs a brand new engine. You know, and I honestly think it's time for a new developer and a new publisher. The games were way better under THQ. And Ukes have been making the WWE games for a hell of a long time now, and just ain't got it no more. I honestly think EA Sports could make a better wrestling game at this point. Yeah. I actually just said that. I'm dead fucking serious. I know, right? It's just really sad to me that games from the N64, PS1 and PS2 were far superior games. They should be better than ever now. But for some reason they're not. You can argue they're worse than ever now. So I guess my wait for a game to come along and top No Mercy continues. In fact, it's never going to happen, is it? So, that's my quick little review / slagging off of WWE 2K18. So, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed and that I didn't hurt your feelings too much. And if I did, well, I got 2 words for you. Fuck off.